Welcome to Sam Podcast.
Enjoy listening to English every day.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Season 3 of the Sam Podcast. We'll be talking about business plans this season with me, Mr. Sam. Today's episode is going to be lively because we're discussing how to write a business plan for a confectionery store. And joining me today is a very opinionated guest who has actually helped several small dessert businesses get started. Please welcome business consultant and marketing enthusiast, Miss Clara Bennett.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate the introduction, and I should warn the audience, I don't always agree with Sam's ideas about business planning.
Oh, here we go already.
Well, someone has to keep you realistic.
Fair enough. Anyway, Clara, before we start arguing,
Paper's rustling sound.
let's begin with the basics. A business plan for a confectionery store should start with the executive summary. It's the most important part.
See? This is exactly where I disagree with you.
Already? We just started.
Yes, because most beginners spend too much time writing a fancy executive summary and not enough time understanding their customers.
Hold on. The executive summary is the first thing investors read.
True, but the audience for our discussion is intermediate learners, people who might want to open a confectionery store themselves. They need to understand the business concept first, not just write a pretty summary.
You may have a point, but let me explain my reasoning. When writing a business plan, the executive summary forces the owner to clarify their vision. For example, what kind of confectionery store? Chocolate, candy, baked sweets?
Okay, that part I agree with.
See, we're making progress already.
Don't celebrate yet.
All right, let's break it down step by step. Step 1, describe your confectionery store idea. Is it a small neighborhood candy shop, a premium chocolate boutique, or maybe a dessert store specializing in handmade candies?
And don't forget your unique selling point.
Exactly.
For instance, imagine a confectionery store that sells traditional sweets from different cultures, or maybe sugar-free desserts for health-conscious customers.
Or a store that lets customers watch candy being made in the kitchen.
Now that's actually a great idea.
Playful tone. Write that down, folks.
Yes, please credit the podcast when you become famous.
All right, step 2 of the business plan, market research. This is where people often get lazy.
Oh, absolutely. Table tap sound. I see this mistake all the time. Someone loves candy, so they think opening a candy store will automatically succeed.
Exactly. Loving sweets is not the same as running a profitable confectionery business.
You need to analyze the local market. Are there already many candy stores nearby? What prices do they charge? What products are popular?
And most importantly, who are your customers?
Kids, teenagers, tourists, families. Each group buys different kinds of sweets.
Kids might prefer colorful candies and gummies.
Adults might prefer dark chocolate or luxury gift boxes.
And tourists often buy souvenirs.
Exactly. See? This is why market research should come before writing the executive summary.
Mock sigh. Clara, you're still stuck on that argument.
Because I'm right.
We'll let the audience decide. Short chuckle.
Fair enough.
Moving on, step 3, products and services. In the business plan, the owner should clearly describe what they will sell.
And not just candy, that's too vague.
Exactly.
For example, chocolates, caramel candies, lollipops, fudge, marshmallows, cupcakes, or gift baskets.
And maybe seasonal products.
Yes, holidays are extremely important for confectionery businesses.
Valentine's Day,
Halloween,
Christmas.
Easter,
Each of these events can bring huge sales.
which means your business plan should include a seasonal marketing strategy.
Good point. Keyboard tapping sound.
Are you actually taking notes now?
Of course, even podcast hosts learn things. All right, here's where I think people make another big mistake, location planning.
Oh, yes, this is critical.
If your confectionery store is hidden in a quiet street with no foot traffic,
Then even the best chocolate in the world might not sell.
exactly.
A good location might be near schools, shopping malls, parks, or tourist areas.
And the business plan should explain why that location was chosen.
Plus rent costs.
Ah, yes, the painful numbers. Dramatic sigh. Which brings us to step 4, financial planning.
This is the section most people fear.
But it's essential.
You must estimate startup costs: rent, equipment, ingredients, packaging, marketing, and employee salaries.
Don't forget store design.
Oh, yes, candy stores need attractive displays.
Colorful shelves,
Glass jars filled with sweets.
maybe even a chocolate fountain.
Okay, now you're making me hungry. But seriously, these design elements should be included in the business plan because they cost money.
And then you estimate revenue,
How many customers per day?
average purchase value,
Monthly profit projections?
and break-even point.
Exactly.
Now, Clara, here's something I want to challenge you on.
Uh-oh.
I think you always say marketing should be the biggest section of the plan,
Yes, because without customers, the store fails.
but I think product quality matters more.
Sam, let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
If nobody knows your store exists, how will they discover your amazing candy? Exactly.
But if your marketing is great and your candy tastes terrible,
Customers won't come back.
right.
So actually, both are necessary.
All right, I'll accept that compromise.
Good. Light chuckle.
Let's talk about marketing strategies for the confectionery store.
Social media is powerful.
Posting photos of colorful candies,
Short videos of chocolate being made,
customer reviews,
and promotions.
buy one, get one free,
Holiday gift boxes.
discounts for students.
Exactly.
Another section in the business plan should be operations,
Meaning how the store runs every day.
opening hours,
Staff responsibilities,
inventory management.
supplier relationships.
Oh, yes, suppliers are very important.
If your sugar, chocolate, or ingredients arrive late
Production stops.
and customers get disappointed.
Chair creaking sound.
Are you leaning back dramatically again?
Maybe. All right, let's talk about risk management in the business plan.
Good topic.
Every business faces risks.
For example, rising ingredient prices,
Competition,
economic downturns.
or changing consumer preferences,
That's why the business plan should include backup strategies
like introducing new products.
or expanding online sales.
Online candy orders, great idea.
Exactly. Many confectionery stores now ship gift boxes nationwide.
Which adds another revenue stream.
And the business plan should explain how logistics will work.
Packaging,
Delivery partners.
shipping costs.
See? A business plan is much more detailed than people expect.
Very true.
Pause.
What's wrong?
I just realized something funny.
What?
I'm imagining our listeners opening candy stores all over the world.
That would be amazing.
If that happens, we expect 3 samples.
Absolutely.
Laughter from both.
All right, everyone. That's all for today's episode of the Sam Podcast.
Thanks for listening.
And remember, whether you're selling chocolate, candy, or gourmet sweets,
A strong business plan is the first step.
see you next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.